Look at what I've got my hands on right here, the Sense Panorama. These things are hot right now. I feel very, very lucky that I was able to get some. We're gonna fish them today on this beautiful, I think this is beautiful, beautiful fall day in Minnesota. Let's get loaded. Well, looky here. I've got something very special. The Sense Panorama. Okay, now this is kind of the bigger one. This is, well, it's the middle size one, the 6.5 inch. Where I'm at right here, there's some really big largemouth in here. So fingers crossed we're going to come across some. But this bait has been making a lot of stir because it's just like, look at that thing. It's just so realistic looking. And this isn't even the best looking of the colors that they have. They have ones that look exactly like a gizzard shad. This is, I gotta make sure, gosh, I can't remember what this color is called, and it doesn't say. Oh, here it does, yes, ghost minnow. So this is the closest like bait fish imitator that was in stock. So it's the ghost minnow. I just like the ghost minnow with my top waters, and in general it's just a great color to mimic, you know, bait fish, great for clear water. So we're gonna go with this. This is the first time I've rigged up this bait. Okay, so you're seeing this for the first time, brand new from Tackle Warehouse. And look at this thing. It's just, the first thing you notice is that it's thin, super thin. That's a big deal. That's going to give it a lot of its action. I've seen video, you know, underwater video of this thing, and it's crazy seductive, sexy underwater footage. So that's going to give it a lot of its action. We are going to rig this with a 4/0 swim bait hook, and this is from Berkley. This is their Fusion 19 swim bait hook. This is a 4/0 hook. 6 Sense recommended a 4/0 hook for this, but I got to tell you, looking at this hook, I think it's a little small. I think you could go up to a 5/0 or a 6/0. So, but we're gonna give this a shot. And this is a screw, just to, you know, it's got the screw lock, you know, on this hook. And so we're gonna screw this in here, right in the head. I'm kind of nervous because this bait looks so darn good, but we're gonna try to do this right off the bat. I'm kind of nervous, as I said, because this bait looks so good. It's a work of art. And we're just gonna screw this all the way in. I'm hearing a lot of fish jumping around me, so I'm beyond excited to get fishing here. Let's see, we're almost there. Let's do one more there. That looks pretty good. So how you actually do this, how you rig this, is you're gonna rig it flat, right? So, and again, I think this hook's a little small. Gosh, I think you could go easily a 6/0, honestly, with this. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna try this. Hopefully they're just gonna engulf this so you don't even have to worry about the size of the hook. But we're gonna Texas rig it like this, okay? So I am basically lined up like this, and I'm looking at where that hook is going to be coming through the plastic there. So I'm marking it with my thumb, about right there. So right in the center here, I'm nervous because I want to get this right. So right in the center, coming out. All right, see that? So it's like this. That's how it's looking. And then, gosh, I might just leave it like that. I don't know if I want to skin hook it. I'm not sure I need to skin hook it because I don't want to tear up this bait. So it's such a beautiful bait. So looking at this, that hook, a little small. I would go with a 5/0 or a 6/0, probably a 6/0. But we're gonna see how that does. Let's go fish this thing. There's a pike. Stay, do not cut the line, buddy. Wow, was that amazing. Good. He has got it outside of the mouth as far as the bait. Get over here, buddy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we got the pike are loving the panorama. They are loving it. We have yet to tie into some largemouth, but I can guarantee you the pike are all about this bait. Thank you for not cutting the line, buddy. Easy, easy. Hold on, buddy. I know. This will be. We're good. 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 You are full of piss and vinegar. Easy, easy. There you go. All right. Northern pike, will let him go, but I appreciate you not cutting the line, my friend. There's a largemouth. There's a largemouth. Come here, buddy. Come here. Oh, and he got off. Goodness gracious almighty. Ah! And that's what he was living in right there. That is milfoil. We have this all over this flat here, and it's just prime habitat for largemouth and northern pike. That largemouth hit it when it was basically, when I made a cast and it was falling, and he grabbed it. So okay, that's encouraging. That largemouth was in shallow. So maybe more of the largemouth are shallow. We'll have to see, but that's encouraging. One of the things that I learned about this bait, you know, trying to work it like a soft jerk bait, is that this tail is super thin right here. And it's, when you retrieve it really quickly, that tail will just, I mean, it looks just like a bait fish. It looks like it's swimming away, but you got to reel really fast, and that tail will just flap, just like it's a bait fish swimming away. It's really cool. I think as far as a soft jerk bait, that look is better than trying to jerk and get it, you know, working in an erratic fashion like a traditional soft jerk bait. To me, where this bait shines is really ripping it actually with your reel. I'll show you here in a second, and getting that tail flapping. So you see the bait here, it's thicker. You get down to the tail, it gets thinner, and then right here, it gets a little bit thicker, and that really makes that tail just, you know, wiggle like it's, you know, swimming away. So I'll just show you how I'm doing this. I'm very impressed by how much this you know, lure, this panorama, looks like a bait fish, but you gotta rip it, you gotta reel really fast to get that tail going. And I'm not even really using my rod tip much anymore. I think the action of this bait is better if you use your reel and really reel fast and then kill it. And that tail just goes, you know, and then you kill it and it just flutters down really, just like a dying shad. It's a great looking bait. Where this bait shines is that it looks so realistic that, you know, you don't have to, like a lot of jerk baits, a lot of jerk baits, soft jerk baits do not look this good, okay? So I think there's gonna be fish that just see this thing and gonna wanna eat it. So when you make a cast and you start reeling really fast and you get that thing, that tail just fluttering like that and kill it, that is gonna be, I'm telling you, that's really gonna be a killer for this bait. A really, you know, great technique to use for this bait. And I think it's better than using your rod tip like you traditionally would with a soft jerk bait. So I've just been like, now I'm just casting out there and I'm just using my rod tip, or using my reel rather, to impart most of that action on that bait, getting that tail going and then killing it. And then when you kill it, it'll swing to the left or swing to the right, you know. And most of, you know, once in a while you can use your rod tip, you can twitch it like a traditional, you know, soft jerk bait. But man, when you reel this thing really fast, aggressively, and then kill it, it is an amazing action. And so you couple that with how realistic the bait looks, and honestly, I think you've got a real, I don't want to sound like a commercial here, but I think you got a real winner with this bait fishing it this way. There's one. Yes, right when it hit the water. Right when it hit the water. Nice largemouth here. Nice largemouth. Immediately when it hit the water. Come aboard, buddy. Oh, boy. You know, these guys are, there's a lot of shad. I think they're gizzard shad out here. Big, big schools of gizzard shad. And this bait really imitates gizzard shad really, really well. But the problem is with this bait is that it's 6.5 inches, okay? I mean, that's a big bait. And I think they're gizzard shad. Could be, I'm pretty sure there's schools of gizzard shad out here. But the problem is that these gizzard shad out here are much smaller than 6.5 inches. So the size down from this, I think, would be much better. Let's let this guy go. See you, dude. But they're all out of stock. So I could only get this size, 6.5 inches, and in this ghost minnow. This was the best like minnow imitation that I could find. All the gizzard shad were out. You know, that color, which just, I mean, it looks exactly like a gizzard shad. It's unbelievable. But that smaller size, I think it's like a 4 inch, or even, it might even be a little bit, no, I think it's 4 inches, something like that. That smaller size would have been much better, I think, today. Would mimic those smaller gizzard shad out here. You know, these smaller bait fish out here. And they have been feeding on them. It's just, you know, when you're using a bait like this, you're kind of more trophy hunting. Heck, there's even a bigger size. I think you know, that, I can't remember, it's like 10 inches or something. You know, if you're like in Clear Lake, California or something, that would be really good. But I mean, this is a great size, but to be able to downsize a little bit, you know, today when they're just so, you know, keyed on those smaller bait fish, I think it'd be much better. But hey, we caught a largemouth. Let's keep catching them. There's one. There's one. I mean, he just slurped it. Come here, buddy. Come here. He just slurped it. Come on in here. That was awesome, man. I just... just like the other one, I made a cast. He's not a giant by any means, but I am very, very happy to catch him. Made a cast and just, you know, he's right in amongst the lily pads, and he just, that thing landed and he just and sucked it right in. So, you know, not a big fish, but, you know, the 6.5 inch is not too big for those smaller fish too. So, all right, I got 2 largemouth under my belt now. Let's keep going. I'll just go and tell you just kind of my setup here that I'm using. This is actually my jig. Yeah, my pitching rod that I'm using. This is a medium heavy Mojo Bass. It's the jig and baits rod. It's a 7-foot medium heavy action rod. You know, you want for this style basically of fishing, you want like a swim bait rod, so something, you know, beefy. This is just a Corrado 200 E7. This is an old reel. When you're working this bait really, really fast, you could probably go to like a high speed 7.2 to 1 or whatever it is. Really get that tail ripping, you know, flapping. Really, really unique to this bait. And I think a high speed reel would be really, really good for that. The line I'm using is 20-pound Berkeley Trilene 100% fluorocarbon. I love fluorocarbon. Low stretch, great abrasion resistance, and it's working well for this. You know, mono will float, might be a little bit different action if you wanted to use mono. You know, fluorocarbon sinks. So I'm working this really fast. I don't think it really matters much, but I'm getting really good hook sets with that low stretch. If you wanted to use braid, you probably could, I guess, but I just like the invisibility factor that you also get from fluorocarbon. So I just love fluorocarbon, and it's working really good for this application too. So let's catch another one. There's a nice one. I mean, that was textbook. Absolutely textbook. Come over here, buddy. We have not found where the big ones are, but this is still a green fish, and I'm all about it. We've kind of gotten away from the northern pike. Isn't he cute? Look how cute he is. And here in Minnesota, man, you get next to cattails like this, and it's usually a very, very good thing. Very, very good thing. There's a good one right there. There's a good one right there. What is this? Oh, it's a big pike. Don't. Oh, good. He is. Hello, nice pike here. Come on in. Come on in here. Come on in here. Oh, this is a good pike. Good pike. There is just a real nice patch of milfoil in about 6 feet of water right here. I changed up. I had to go to the 4K bluegill color because I was all out of ghost minnows. I've used up my ghost minnows. Real nice pike there. So had to go to the 4K minnow, or excuse me, the 4K bluegill, and I actually bought this color because I thought it would be like a good dirtier water color. I'm not so, you know, concerned about it looking like a bluegill. I just wanted something with, you know, that orange in there, some bright green, a little bit of blue. I just think that would be a better, like, stained watercolor bait. So that's why I bought this. And now that the sun's getting lower, I think this is probably going to be a better color anyway. And it worked on that pike. So hopefully we can find a big largemouth to end the night, but I'm super excited. This is a great looking bank, plenty of depth. And what's great about this bank too is there's not vegetation everywhere, right? So there's just patches of it. And when you could find isolated patches, it's a lot easier to find fish. It's not like, you know, searching for a needle in a haystack. So much easier to find fish when there's isolated grass. Same goes with docks. When there's a bunch of docks, harder to find fish. If you have isolated docks, they're going to be packed into those isolated docks more, typically. Well, we are running out of daylight, but what a cool lure. The Sense Panorama. I'm primarily going to fish this thing like a soft jerkbait, just like what I did today, but you can pitch this like a jig. You know, put it on a drop shot. The smaller one's probably going to be better for a drop shot, but what a fun lure. I'm going to be throwing this thing a lot, I think. So thanks for joining me, and we'll have to do it again. What a beautiful, I mean, beautiful fall day for fishing. Clouds, a little bit of rain, overcast. It was just perfect. Didn't catch a big largemouth. We'll do it next time.